Seja muito bem-vindo a mais uma transmissão dos Vingadores das Telas. Desta vez, um convidado muito especial que participou das produções de Vingadores, Guerra Infinita e Spider-Man Homecoming, The Walking Dead, Stranger Things, entre outras mega produções. Por isso, a gente vai à apresentação bem rápida dos nossos integrantes dos Vingadores das Telas. Bruno Cajaíba, o Cajão, como vai você?
E aí, tudo bem, galera?
Felipe M. Oh, não, Felipe é depois. Felipe é depois.
Opa,
Agora é Uribas, Uriel.Bianchini, como vai você?
vou bem. E aí, pessoal? Saudações.
Felipe MN7 é o nosso mestre das piadas, como vai você?
Bem, obrigado. Fala aí, pessoal.
Agora a gente vai fazer essa transmissão em inglês, a gente vai mudar a chave aqui do idioma, então preste atenção nas legendas a partir de agora. Avengers, Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, The Walking Dead, Stranger Things. He worked with the camera crew in these movies and TV series, and we are very happy and pleased to talk with Chris Adkins. Chris is talking with us from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, Chris, and thank you very much for accepting this invitation and talking to us.
How's it going? Thanks.
Chris, we separated some questions here about your experience in movies and entertainment industry. So in movies and TV series, how long have you been working with them?
Only 3 years, actually. I got started pretty quick. Well, the first year was pretty slow for me, but then I got started pretty quick on getting big gigs, like Spider-Man Homecoming was that was actually my first full-time gig as a grip in the movie industry. It was on Spider-Man.
Interesting.
Nice, very nice.
Okay, and I don't know if you work, because normally people, not necessarily people that work with superhero movies are, but were you a fan of superheroes? What was your favorite as a child?
Growing up, I was actually a fan of the X-Men.
Wow, no, that's nice. That's nice. But does working with Marvel made you change your mind or something like that?
A little bit, especially how I got a nice gift from Robert Downey Jr., so I'm kind of a big Iron Man fan now.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I guess all of us.
We all are.
Yeah, we can agree with that.
Nice. And do you have kids now?
I do. I got 5 kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Full house, then.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Oh, what are their favorite superheroes? The same as you?
I wish I could say that. They all do like Spider-Man, seeing as how I got to meet Spider-Man and work real close with him for a few months. So.
Really?
Oh,
They met
nice.
Roland?
What's that?
They met the actor?
No, I got to meet him. They did get to come out with me. There's a new movie coming out. I believe it's June. Uncle Drew, about the basketball player.
Yeah. The Boston player.
They got to come out there one day, and they got to meet Shaq and Kyrie and Nick Kroll.
Wow, that's nice.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
Cool.
That would be amazing.
Chris, I have a question for you. We can only imagine that people who work on McDonald's during weekdays do not really like to eat burgers over the weekends. Does that happen with you as well? I mean, when weekend comes, you just want to relax, and that doesn't involve going to the movies or watching TV series?
A little bit, but yeah, I think that just comes with like me. As soon as I start watching things now, I start picturing how it was actually filmed rather than enjoying show or movies.
Yeah, I guess you have a different eye than from all of us, or the different perspective, let's say.
Right, yeah, because 3 years ago, I had no idea what any of this stuff was. So watching TV was just like anybody else to me. But now it's just,
Movies were never the same.
Yeah. It's hard to go back.
Sure.
Right. Chris, you're now part of a Marvel family, and we've seen on the news that very special gift that Robert Downey Jr. gave each crew member, a personalized director's chair. And do you get to receive other special gifts from the studio? And could you show maybe to our viewers?
Yeah. I've received a couple different things. Usually it's like a lot of hats and T-shirts and stuff like that. As you can see, like this hat
Oh,
here.
the Avengers hat.
Yeah, and it actually is personalized on the side. It says second unit grip, ATL, Scotland, New York.
Great.
Wow.
Nice.
Let's see what else do I have. There's the chair.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a chair.
And yeah, it's got the cool little plaque on the side here. I don't know if you can read it.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's autographed by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. But also I got some stuff at the party. I don't know if you can see that well. Some dice here.
Oh yeah, Avenger dice.
Yeah, they're all the colors of the Infinity Stones, and then some little fidget spinners there.
Nice.
But yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's a lot of shirts, a lot of hats, and stuff like that. There was a nice mug I got from the writing department on Avengers. Pretty little cool mug.
Cool.
Yeah, we like coffee too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Chris, that was that chair. We won one. We won chair like that. Oh, that's
that's the mic.
Oh, nice.
Wow, pretty cool.
Yeah. Coffee will never be the same for you, I guess.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh, come on.
There's a lot of things you can drink in a mug, right?
Yeah, right. Pretty much, I just drink water and vodka.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's game as well. So, Chris, looking from the outside, we feel that the Avengers: Infinity War is the most important movie for Marvel, as it's the first one that assembles almost every superhero introduced so far, and a few others as well. And it's also after the 10-year anniversary celebration. So, does Marvel and the crew feel that way as well?
Oh yeah. Everybody felt real special about doing this movie. I mean, there was even one day where they stopped the entire production for both the first unit and second unit crews, so we could all, like, maybe close to 400 of us all come and take a picture together.
Wow.
Cast and crew.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We filled up like one whole studio, like from wall to wall. We filled it up.
Oh, that's
Wow.
really nice. Pretty cool.
That must be really special being part of it. I mean, we've seen before it was on the internet, the picture with the actors from all over the 10 years movies in this 10-year anniversary from all the 18 movies, I guess, from Marvel. But now you can say you're part of it. It's really something.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, you know. I can't wait to see it here in a couple of years.
We too.
Yeah. Chris, we know there's a lot of things you cannot talk about, but what to expect for the new Marvel productions, as we know you're involved in a untitled Marvel project?
Well, that's actually it's the second of the Avengers movies.
Okay. The part two.
Yeah, we filmed both of them back to back. So.
Okay, so it's already filmed. So your time with the movie is already done. It's just that it's gonna launch next year. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit more of reshooting that will probably be done.
Maybe taking some mustache off or something like that.
Oh no, that's the other studio.
yeah, that's DC, man. That's wrong.
I'm just joking. Great. So, Chris, we know that Marvel movies are all mega productions, but a lot of the scale we see in the final movies are thanks to CGI. So, being in the production of the movies itself, are you able to understand the size of the battles and action scenes? So, while they are being shot, or do they look a lot simpler until the effects are put on for the final project?
Well, sometimes you can get a kind of a scope of what's going to happen, but I can tell you one of the last things we filmed the last week that I was working with them, we filmed a pretty cool fight scene, and we filmed it inside the studio, inside the stage, and we actually got to see a little clip at the end of the week of the fight, and yeah, you just in that one I could not grasp like the scope of what was actually happening, and then once we saw the clip of the fight, it was like, okay, yeah, we got something, and that was even before it was like cleaned up or anything, because some of the stuff we had filmed that last day, then when they showed us the clip, but it's gonna be a pretty fucking awesome movie.
We sure hope so.
Yeah, and that fight scene there it's gonna be a pretty epic fight.
Cool.
Awesome. So, Chris, you have worked with huge movie stars and great directors and producers. What has been your greatest challenge so far?
I don't know. Most of it is dealing with the elements. Walking outside, on a cold day and it's raining and stuff, and you're like, okay, this is gonna suck all day long because we're gonna be outside all day long.
Really?
Some of the filming we did at Wakanda was some of the worst days I've ever had, just because we're out there in this big field and everything, and we're filming, and then it just starts pouring rain out of nowhere. So then you're around in the mud all day long.
Shit.
You got big equipment that you've got to move around while slopping around in the mud. It's not fun.
It's awesome.
It's where Wakanda was shot, Chris. Where was it in real life?
Location.
We did the Wakanda here. What is it?
It was in the U.S.
Here in Georgia.
Oh, in Georgia.
In Georgia.
But it was like at a horse farm.
Oh.
Yeah. So this guy, he just had a lot of land, and we tore that place up with all the rain. I imagine they were able to give him a nice new plot of land after that.
Wow. Well, Wakanda was quite something. I mean, it was amazing watching on the big screen, but it seems like for us it's this enormous gigantic thing, but for you guys, did you have the same perception shooting?
Yeah, because I mean, like working on this as opposed to working on, like, I did some small budget show last year, and the scale of it is just so much bigger because they don't spare any. I mean, the budget that they had for this is insane, like over $1 billion or something, I believe. No,
Oh,
so
God.
they spared. Yeah, they used that money. You believe that they used it.
Well, they're gonna make a ton of money, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
They probably already made it in pre-sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you talked about the little projects, but what about the difference between a project like this, the Marvel movies, and a bigger TV series like The Walking Dead and the Stranger Things that I know you worked as well? Can you feel the difference as well of the scale?
Yeah. I mean, well, Stranger Things and Walking Dead are a little bit different. They're gonna have a bigger budget than some of these other things, but yeah, it's definitely the scope of where you're going from with a low budget to a big budget. You're talking about, with a big budget, you're talking about big walls of green screens and stuff like that. It's yeah, it's insane. Like the size of it is just so much different, and you can totally tell when you're on a set working with Marvel as opposed to some guy that's trying to get his $150,000 budget show going.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Kajal mentioned about the smaller, well, the small budget TV series, but we also have we were wondering what about smaller movies like Baby Driver. We were wondering actually if you can have more interaction with the production team and the cast and so on in these smaller movies.
Yeah. It does generally seem to be that way. It's a lot lighter atmosphere. Oh yeah. I did a low budget one. I'm sure. I can't remember what it was.
It's a long list.
Oh yeah, Shadow Effect. And we had a pretty decent sized actor on that, Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Yeah.
And I remember his last day of filming with us. He took a few of us out to lunch.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
cool.
that was pretty cool. You know, got to sit with him and chat with him for a little while. He's a pretty nice guy.
Oh, that's awesome. When you can interact with guys like that, normally they seem like really far away, right?
Right. Yeah. And even doing Homecoming, you know, like I think maybe since Tom Holland's not American and he's kind of young and still early in his career, he not too jaded yet. So it was pretty nice to be around. You know, he was friendly with the crew and everything.
Oh, that's cool. That's right. He seems like a nice guy from the outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tom's awesome. Like there's nothing you can say bad about the guy. He's just nice. He's funny. He's talented. I mean, the guy's awesome.
Cool.
It's British, right?
Irish, I believe.
Irish. Okay. Yeah.
Could be.
Okay.
Oh, so, is Tom your, let's say, your favorite actor? Not the character, but from all the guys you worked with in the MCU, is he your favorite or the nicest one?
I'd probably say that just because I got to spend more time with Tom than any of the others. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with Robert or any of the Chris's.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Great.
But Chris Pratt was actually pretty cool to be around too. He livened up the set anytime he came around. He was pretty fun.
He seems like the funny guy that doesn't need to try too hard to be funny, right? He's funny naturally.
Oh yeah, he walks in. It's like a switch turns on, you know.
That's good. Yeah, Yuri.
Uriel is trying to make a question, but his microphone is off, so he will never make that question.
Right. I'm back. I know. Chris, have you ever had the opportunity to act in some of these movies or TV series, even for a second?
Not yet, but it's not something that I haven't thought about. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I like being behind the camera, but at the same time, like growing up, I like to act. I like to do plays and stuff. So I actually more than one time thought about going to Hollywood to try to act myself. So who knows? Maybe in 5-10 years.
Sure. Oh, nice plan.
Yeah.
Well, your first name helps, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of roles, right?
It could be another Chris from Marvel, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Great.
Even Chris Pratt's stunt guy, his name is Chris.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
So they really like Chris's. You're on the right path, man. So just to finish up, could you tell us one or two fun facts from all this time you work with the TV and movies? Some funny things that happen?
Let's see. Oh yeah, working with Shaq was pretty fun. And he's got no problem making fun of you. That's kind of most of his humor is making fun of other people. But yeah,
It's really
Shaq
funny.
Yeah, yeah. And working with Nick Kroll's hilarious. I mean, that dude's funny as hell.
No, that's he seems to.
But
No,
I do remember one time we were filming one scene in Homecoming, though, and Tom, he's under a pile of rubble, and he's trying to get out, and he's struggling, and he's got all this dialogue going on, and the kid was so good that I almost felt like I wanted to go in there and help him. That's how it's amazing.
That means that he did a good job, right, selling the difficulty of the.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great. Chris, and you said you maybe want to work with acting actually in next year, but do you see yourself acting in a superhero movie or other kind of movies? And what do you think?
I mean, I would like to do comedy. I'd like to do drama. I'd like to do superhero. I'd like to do it all.
Yeah, great.
I don't think there's one area I couldn't be good at. So.
Cool.
Great.
Oh, that's great confidence right there. You have to have that.
Right.
Okay.
Chris, we see behind you the I think it's the Jumanji poster.
Oh.
How fun was that to shoot it? Because we had a lot of fun watching The Rock and Chris
I
Rock.
worked second unit on that, so I was doing stunts and everything. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I didn't get to actually work with the first unit guys, none of the actors, but we did all the stunts and stuff. At least the Atlanta portion, because half of it was done in Hawaii.
Ah, okay.
But it was pretty fun. We had a lot of big stuff on that one too. I remember one night wasn't so fun though. I spent half the night 50 feet up in a condor with a camera operator. Probably temperatures in the teens with the wind blowing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's not fun at all.
Cozy.
Well, we hear that The Rock and Kevin Hart are really funny guys, so I think it would be awesome to work with them, right?
Yeah. See, like I said, I didn't get to work with them guys at all. It would have been fun though.
Yeah, that's a shame.
We just did we just did the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a technical question. What's the difference between first unit and second unit, as you said now? What's their job exactly?
Well, the main unit, the first unit, will come in and begin the principal shooting, and then if there's any kind of like, if we're not getting the work that's needed to be done, like in the days that we need to do it on first unit, then they'll have to bring in a second unit, because like an actor, he's got a schedule, that he's got to keep. He's going to do this movie for 3 months or whatever, and then he's probably got something else. So.
Yeah.
You can't, extend the time of shooting a lot of times because you've got to get that actor off to the next gig. So then they'll bring in a second unit and they'll start doing stuff that the first unit won't make up, or they'll do most of the stunts, stuff like that you don't need the actor for. You've got stunt actors in there.
I see.
So they can be filming on the same day, real easily, and not actually have to use the main actor.
Okay.
Although there are times where the second unit will have the main actors on there.
Okay.
When you talked about the schedule, I couldn't think about the Christopher Nolan's trilogy for Batman. He had he made those movies in 8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
The first one in 2005 or something. Well, he had a lot of time to produce them. Do you think there's I want to relate that to TV series. Maybe you have more quality time, let's call it like that, in TV series, so you can reshoot and take this actor to do another scene or something like that. And you don't have that time in these huge productions such as Avengers and something like that. There is clearly, in my point of view, that difference. Am I right, Chris?
You are right in a sense, but it seems, from working on it, it seems like it's the opposite. It seems
really?
like they're more crunched for time on the episodics than they are a movie.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, because we do a lot longer days when you're shooting TV. There's a lot longer days, like we'll do 16-hour days, like regularly on TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess because there is a certain time where this show has to come out. It's got to come out next fall or something. Whereas the movie, you can always push it.
Yeah.
there's a schedule anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Felipe, any more questions from you guys? Otherwise, we're...
There's one thing I remember when I chatted with Chris before this conversation of ours. It was related to this first and second units that you were talking about. Chris told me that it was nice to work on second unit because he got to see much more of those action scenes, the real fights. Is that right?
Yeah. We did some big explosions too. Like we did one over in Wakanda. It was a big explosion. It was like, I don't know, 800 gallons of gasoline.
Wow. That seems fun.
We got helicopters flying over top, filming and everything. It was pretty cool. Yeah. And some of the stunts they do, some of the fight scenes, it's just like, wow, that guy's got to be hurting. Like they throw each other downstairs and stuff like that. Even though they might have some padding or something there, it's like you're still getting thrown down a flight of stairs.
That's the kind of thing you're never gonna see with the real actors, right?
Oh, not usually, no. Maybe some crazy guy like Tom Cruise or something.
Yeah, talk about it.
That guy, he's got no problem being strapped to the side of a plane.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's completely crazy.
Speaking of which, Chris, is there some actor or a director do you wish to work in next years?
I'd like to work with Clint Eastwood.
Great.
Interesting.
Just because he's a legend. I mean,
sure.
Not only that, but you're not gonna make a lot of money working for Clint Eastwood because they don't work long days. They work like 8-10 hours a day, and then he's off to the golf course or something. I don't know, but he's not trying to work all day long. But he also, like, even though he comes in there, he does 1 or 2 takes, and they work short days. The guy puts out great movies. I mean, without having to work 16 hours a day. So, I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Great. What's your favorite movie from Clint Eastwood?
Well, that wasn't Clint Eastwood.
He just starred in that movie. I thought it was his movie.
No.
I love Gran Torino. I just
was
love
say
that
Gran
movie. Oh, really?
Gran Torino's a really good one, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Trouble with the Curve was pretty good too, but we filmed that down here, so I'm kind of partial to it.
Oh yeah.
Good, great.
You thinking?
Oh, what is that movie I'm thinking of? And that's Clint Eastwood.
I don't know.
Okay. Guys, any more questions there?
Oh, I think we took a lot of time on him. I think we're good.
Yeah, right.
Great. So, Chris, could you try to say Até mais, Vingadores das Telas. That means see you later, Vingadores das Telas. So, até mais, Vingadores das Telas.
What is it?
Okay. So,
Até mais.
Vingadores
Até mais, Vingadores
das Telas.
das.
Telas.
Okay.
With a T.
So, até mais, Vingadores das Telas.
Great.
Boa.
Great, awesome. Chris, thank you again for your time. It was a great pleasure talking to you. I'm sure our fans will love our chat, and I'm sure they'll love the next Marvel movie as well. So thank you again for your time, and we'll maybe see you later then.
Yeah, let's do it again sometime.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Thanks a lot, Chris, and we
Thanks,
hope
Chris.
we hope to see you acting someday.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, I'll
also
fly
nice.
you all guys. Fly all of y'all out for the premiere, okay?
Oh, great.
Let's write it down.
Right.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, guys.
So I'm going to change it back for Portuguese now. Cajão, Felipe, Uriel, muito obrigado por essa conversa e nos vemos então na próxima transmissão. Até lá!
Falou.
Falou.